Hello everyone, it's me Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another update video. It's been like a week-ish since my last video and I've worked on 4-ish projects, and I say ish because one of the projects only has like 100 stitches into it, so it's not that much to show, but I will show it anyways, and then it will be something I keep working on throughout the month of November. But I am here with my update. I did not stitch as much as normal because things like I put up Christmas decorations because I had to. As soon as November hits, I have to get the decorations out. And then there was just some other stuff going on. So there wasn't a ton of stitching, but I will show you what I did end up getting done. And I will start with this project here, which is Stardew Valley Winter, which is charted by Glitch Stitch AU. And it's going so slow right now. So here is where I am on it right now. I have been working on this tree right here and it's taking forever because there is a ton of confetti in this tree and like it looks amazing, but it takes a really long time to see any progress. So this is a project that I want to get finished in November so that I can have it framed in the month of December and have it hanging up somewhere around here. And I'm stitching it on 28 count 2/1 10 stitch. So there's this and I love it. I think I'm at like, there's a little over 4,000 stitches left. So I'm really hoping that I can make a lot of progress on it in the next week or two so that I can get finished. So hopefully before Thanksgiving, that would be nice. And then the next project I will show is one that I have been stitching on in the car, and then I also stitched on it a little bit last night, which I will explain. So it is the project 12 Movie Nights of Christmas from Atomic Tiki Pins on Etsy, and it was a stitch along she released last year at Christmas time, and it has different movies that you can stitch. So you can pick which movies you want to stitch in each block, so you can customize it to have your favorite Christmas movies. And here is where I am on it right now. What I had been doing is I use it in the car pickup line when I'm picking up my kids from school, and I stitch on the red. So I got a lot of the red done, and I want to get the red finished in this border area so that I can stitch on the different movies when I watch them. And then last night I watched the movie The Santa Claus, so I stitched on this block here, which is the Santa Claus block. So it's going to be a hot chocolate, and then the Santa Claus will be in the middle of that block. And I plan on stitching on this block more because the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, there's what, 3 movies, and then last year Disney Plus came out with a show, and then they came out with season 2 of the Santa Claus, and they just came out with the season 2 Wednesday, I think. So that season just started, but before I start season 2, I want to watch all the movies again, and I want to watch last year's season again. So I plan on watching all those, and I will stitch on this more as I watch the Santa Claus 2, 3, and then, you know, the show. So that is my plan for this. And then the movies that I finished, because I don't think I went over that since I pulled it out this year, is last year I had finished more of the movies. So I've already done Christmas Story here, which is cute. And the letters here say, "Oh fudge," there's the bar of soap and the glasses that break, the leg lamp, the classic leg lamp from Christmas Story. Here is Nightmare Before Christmas, and in this block, the alternate that you can do is the movie 8-Bit Christmas, which I was tempted to do because I really liked 8-Bit Christmas, which is a newer Christmas movie, but I decided to go with Nightmare Before Christmas because it's a classic. And then down here, I stitched How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I'm trying to remember what the alternate was. I think the alternate for this block was Miracle on 34th Street, which I also love that movie, but I did the Grinch because my kids love the Grinch more than Miracle on 34th Street, and so there was that. I know down here is Harry Potter, or the alternate for Harry Potter is The Holiday, I think. This one can be the Polar Express or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, so it's the car with the tree on it. And I think for this one I will do the Polar Express because I have already done a cross stitch with the National Lampoon's car and the tree on it, which I have it somewhere. When I pull out all my Christmas like cross stitch things, maybe I'll show that one again. And then over here, this is where I forget some of them. I think it's like the Family Stone or Charlie Brown, which I would do Charlie Brown because I love Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm trying to remember some of the movies that go on the other side, and it gets harder to remember it. There was a lot because there was 24 different movies. I know up here is Gremlins or Krampus. This one is Home Alone or the other alternate for Home Alone was a movie I don't think I had actually watched before, so I don't remember that one. I know there is, what's that movie called? It's a Wonderful Life. They have the moon being lassoed, and I will be doing It's a Wonderful Life. And like I said, I don't remember all the alternates, but I will try and insert the pictures of both of the mock-ups. So the mock-up as charted with like the first 12 movies, and then I'll also include the picture of what alternates you can stick in there. I know there was also Elf. There was the hat. I remember the Elf hat from Will Ferrell, Elf. And there was also Frosty the Snowman, because I remember the hat with the pipe. But I don't remember where they all go on here. But yeah, there's a ton of different things though, and I'm excited to get more progress on this. I'm hoping that I can get like most of the movies done this year during the holiday season, and then that would mean next year I could hopefully maybe finish up the border. And then this center area is really big, because the center area, you have the tree, there's like popcorn and a popcorn bucket, and there's just a lot of details that go into this, but it's going to be amazing stitched, so I am happy with it. This is also being stitched on 18 count 2/1 full cross, because I don't think I mentioned that, and it's a fabric I dyed myself. The next one I will show you is a project that got very little stitching done because I started it and then I was like, I'm not feeling like stitching on it, and I really wanted to do more on Stardew Valley Winter, because once I get a project close to finished, I find it hard to focus on other projects, because I really am like, I just want to finish this. Like, so I ended up going back to this and not working on this one project. So the project is Rainbow Basin, which is charted by Tilton Crafts. I restarted it, and like I said, it's like 100 stitches, so it's like the smallest restart. I can barely even tell which direction it goes. But I started it in the top right corner. This is it. This is all. I did the smallest amount of stitching. I restarted it because I was stitching it originally on 36 count 1/110 stitch. And there's a lot of light colors in this chart, and so it was really hard to see the stitches on the white fabric I was stitching on. So I decided I would restart it on this fabric, which is either 16 or 18 count fabric that I dyed. And I'm doing it 2/1 full cross, and so it's going to be much easier to stitch on. But yeah, like I said, this is the smallest little baby nothing start. One thing I did though is that when I first started it, I started in the top left corner, and I did not want to start there again because the thought of stitching the exact same area over again is just not thrilling. So I started this time in the top right corner. So this is a top right start, and that's all I got done. I want to get at least 1,000 stitches on this chart in the month of November, so I need to keep working on it though. So once I get to 1,000, it will be put away. So for now, it will be kept out. And then the last project I have to show is, I have threads on me, is Autumn Harmony, which is charted by Maxine Gadd. And I am trying to do 200 stitches on this chart every day. And I'm actually trying to do a little bit more than 200 this month, because in December I will not be stitching on her because I will be doing Flossmas, which is where I will be picking a new chart to stitch on every day in December. And so she won't be getting worked on. So here is where I am on her right now though. I am loving her still. I keep thinking I'm gonna get bored of her, but so far it hasn't happened. This last week of stitching on it, I ended up filling in some of the threads in this leaf area, and then I also did a lot on her hair because her hair has more blocks of color, so it can stitch up a little bit quicker than some of the other sections. And I love the way she's turning out. I plan on stitching down and keep going down until I reach the bottom corner, and then I will start filling in more of the other areas, but I really would like to get to the bottom, so I need to keep stitching down this row here, which this area has a lot of confetti because it has the wing. So there's a wing in the background here. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a wing, and then all the leaves make it have a lot of more confetti, and it takes a little bit longer. And this is on 18 count 2/1 full cross. So there was that, and that was all the stitching that I got done because, like I said, I was decorating, and to decorate I have to like move everything around, so it takes a little bit of time. And then I also was doing that Costco puzzle I had showed in my last video, and it's done, but there are 2 pieces missing. And so one of the pieces, my mom said that she lost a piece when she did it, and then when I was doing it, I remember there was a time and I was like, a piece fell, and I knew it fell. And then I looked down and I cannot find it. And so it's like, I don't know where it went. It went into the abyss. So now I'm trying to find it. But the Costco puzzle is done. I'm looking at it right now, but there are 2 pieces missing. So I'm going to try and find the one piece that I lost, and hopefully I can find it. And then after that, I don't know, I'll just keep looking at it. The giant hot dogs, the giant pizzas. That was a hard puzzle though. That's all I have to say. Because most puzzles, like if it's like, I'm used to doing puzzles of like Christmas scenes because that's what we used to do a lot when I was younger. We would get like the Thomas Kincaid ones where it would be like the house with the sky and, you know, the house would be decorated for Christmas. And those ones are a lot easier because it's like you can sort by the colors a lot easier. So you know, like this is sky, this is a house, all that. This one is just people everywhere. So it's like there's not really anything to sort by like color or anything because it's just a lot of details. So yeah, it was interesting. We were sorting by things like product, like this is toilet paper, put all the toilet paper in a pile and stuff. And it was weird. But then there was also toilet paper all over the store because there'd be like a section of toilet paper, but then everyone would have toilet paper in their shopping cart. And so there was just toilet paper going all over the puzzle. Anyways, so that's done. I did end up ordering a Christmas advent puzzle, so I'm excited to do that this year. And it hasn't even shipped yet though. So I ordered it. I'm hoping that it gets here in time because like I said, it hasn't shipped. And I will be doing that. And then I also wanted to mention 2 cross-stitch charts that are coming out that are stitch-alongs, that are holiday stitch-alongs, just because I will be downloading both of them as they come out, but I don't think I'm going to stitch them right now, but I just thought I would mention them. The first one is from Witch's Garden Crafts, and she is doing a stitch-along called Yule Stitch-Along, and it actually started today, so I will insert the Instagram post of what that looks like. It is a free stitch-along. All you have to do is join her Facebook group, which is called Stitch Witchery, and the patterns will be added there. And the patterns can be stitched, it's a modern Quaker style stitch along, and the patterns can be stitched as one large pattern, or you can like just do like little ornaments. So like the piece that came out today, there was like a candle, and then it was like, had like a little like motif around the candle. So you could just do that as an ornament, or you can stitch them all together as charted. So there's that. The other one is from Gotcha Stitch on Instagram, and they are doing a Mario wreath stitch along, which I thought was going to be really cute, and it's going to be released weekly starting at the end of November. And to join that one, you have to sign up on their Ko-fi page. So I will include the links to their Instagram pages for Witch's Garden Crafts and Gotcha Stitch, and there you can find all the information about the stitch alongs. And I thought they would be fun to mention, and just fun. Like I said, I'm not going to be stitching them this year most likely, but I thought that I would at least download them and have them, so that if I want to do them, you know, next year, then I have the option to. But yeah, so I think that is all that I have for this video though. There was not as much stitching. I'm hoping next week will be a better stitching week, and I plan on continuing to work on Autumn Harmony next week because gotta work on her. I will be working on this again because I need to keep watching the Santa Claus movies, and then I will also be stitching the border still in the car pickup line, which it hasn't been bad stitching on the dark fabric in the car pickup line. I put this into a bigger Q-snap for working on it when I was at home, but I normally take it into like a smaller nerd hoop, and then I have actually been bringing my Kay's Creation lap stand in the car when I stitch on it so that I can do two-handed stitching in the car because it's faster. And yeah, so I probably seem kind of crazy if people walk past me in the pickup line because like I get there early enough to where I'm just parked, so I'm not like driving or anything, and I have like just the full lap stand just stitching away, listening to my audiobook, and yeah, it's great. It's a fun time. And then I will also be working on Stardew Valley Winter for the next week because I need to get this finished. The frame that I ordered still isn't here yet. I knew it was going to take forever because it said it wouldn't be here until the middle of November, but we're getting closer to the middle of November, so it should be here soon, and I would really like to get this finished. I'm also interested in seeing, this is the first time that I will be finishing a project that is on the pre-gridded Zweigart fabric. So I'm interested in seeing how the grid lines wash out because I know you have to use hot water, and my sister had stitched I think she did her, what chart was it? It was the Randall Spangler one that I did it too, and she did it, the house. I can't remember what it's called, but she had stitched hers, I think, on the pre-gridded fabric, and she had a hard time getting the lines to fully wash out. And so I know you have to use really hot water, so I'm interested in seeing how that washes out, because I know that I've seen a few other people where they have had trouble getting the lines to fully disappear. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing that. So I would also like to work on Santa's on his way, which I talked about in my last video, I think, which is from Charting Creations. I will insert just the artwork of that because I don't want to go and grab the my stitching out, but I want to work on that too at some point in November. So we will see if I actually manage to get time to work on that based on how long this takes. I feel like once I get past this tree here, then it should stitch up quicker, because there's the house, which doesn't have as much confetti, and then there's another tree here which is similar to this tree, and this tree stitched up a lot quicker than this tree, so I'm hoping that it will go quicker. Anyways, that's all that I have to show for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will be back hopefully in the next week. Bye!